Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Tuesday Panic. I'm your host, Paul Turner, and today I want to talk to you about shoes. That's right, shoes. Because the shoes and ideas I'm going to give you today involve your kids' shoes and how to raise money for missions, or maybe you have a child that you have adopted maybe through one of the many programs that are out there that where you send in money monthly and things like that. And the thought of this came to me when I read a story, and maybe you've heard this, from an ethicist. And I'm going to put the link down below to the story because I wouldn't do the whole story justice. But basically the ethicist says this. He says, imagine yourself coming out of a shoe store in a mall somewhere, and suddenly you have bought these new shoes, and you have, they're $200 shoes. They're beautiful shoes, leather shoes. They're wonderful. And suddenly across the way you see a child drowning in a fountain there at the mall, and you are looking there, and then you have to say to yourself in a split second, you have to decide, I'm about to, should I go save this young boy who's drowning in the fountain there? But I know that in the process of doing this, I'm going to ruin a $200 pair of shoes. Now, the goal, I believe, of what he is sharing this is saying, look, that the material things that we have really don't matter that much when it counts, when it comes down to it. And so I'm going to tell this story because the next part of that story says this. You ask the student and say to them, well, does it matter that you're going to ruin a $200 pair of shoes to save this child? They say, no, it doesn't matter at all. Then you say, does it matter to you at all that nobody else around you is going to be it doesn't even see this child, does not even recognize or noticing that this child is drowning? Does it bother you? Do you say, well, nobody else is going to save this kid, so why should I do it? Do you ever say that to yourself? And then, of course, the answer is no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether anybody else is watching or not. I see the need, so I have to go in there and I have to rescue and I have to do these things. And we always have to be careful when we tell stories things like this. We don't want to be manipulatory, but we want to be able to kids to examine exactly what they value in life. So in using that story, I'm going to have kids, as they come in, go ahead and write down the price of how much they paid for the pair of sneakers that they have on their feet. So everybody's going to come in, and they're going to write down that number. How much did you pay for your shoes? How much did you pay for your shoes? And, of course, they do that at the beginning, so nobody knows what that's going to be used for. And so during the lesson time and during this where we're setting our mission goal, at least to get it kicked off, that we have a $3,000 mission goal that we give to missionaries every year through what is called the Speed of Light program through the Assemblies of God. And so what we're going to do is we're going to say, look, and you can take it to another level and say, all right, and make a game. And if you want to do it, a little game, you can say, hey, everybody put your shoes up here, and I have all these prices here, and maybe you could find out from 5 or 6 students actually which students paid that amount of money for their shoes so you don't embarrass anybody, and then you say, okay, we'll put these prices, that kind of little Price is Right type of thing. You could do that. Or basically what I'm going to do is say, look, here's some shoes up here, and how much did you, and say, look, I got 10 pairs of shoes. Just get 10 pairs of shoes and say, up here, approximately, the amount of shoes that are in this room, people have paid maybe, it could be $400 maybe. It could be $500, it could be $1,000. And then what I'm going to ask my students to do is this, is simply say, look, make a pledge and say, look, pledge this amount of money. Does it matter the cost of your shoes? No, but there are needs. And of course, then you begin to go into your needs of the kids that are overseas or the missions project or something that you're doing that for the cost of a pair of shoes, you can help a missionary. You can help a child. You can help do all those things to be able to alleviate the burden on those kids. And so entrust them and have little pledge forms ready and things like that for them to be able to sign up and say, okay, my shoes cost $45 and I'm going to do this in 3 months, and I'm gonna pay off this pledge in about 3 months, and check back with them and things like that to see how they do. And of course, there are other bigger things. You can talk about materialism. You could talk about all the things that are kind of involved in this. Caring for others. Giving. Things like that. And so there's a lot to be done in this. I like your suggestions. How would you use a lesson like this? leave me some comments down below. I'd love to hear your suggestions of how you might use this and how you might use the sneakers and all that kind of good stuff. But thanks for joining me today for the Tuesday Panic. If you're a regular viewer, as always, thank you so much. Hit that thumbs up button. Let me know that you like this video, and I'll make more of them. And also, if you're brand spanking new, thank you so much. I appreciate you dropping by today and checking out the videos. I would love to send videos like this to your inbox, and if you would like them in your inbox, then become a subscriber and just hit the subscribe button right there, and they'll come right to you. So anyway, thanks for joining me today for the Tuesday Panic today. I hope that you have a fantastic youth meeting. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.